Okay, it's 10 p.m. on May 3rd, 2020, and welcome to the weather update. Very warm day across the area. This is from the National Weather Service, and we're going to go over some of these highs today. In the 80s in many areas, especially New Jersey. Caldwell hit 83, LaGuardia hit 81, Newark hit 80, even Central Park hit 80. Montgomery, New York hit 79. Danbury, Connecticut hit 78. White Plains hit 77. Bridgeport hit 75. Islip hit 73. Kennedy hit 73. Upton hit, this is in the Pine Barrens, even 72 in the Long Island Pine Barrens. And out in eastern Connecticut and Groton, they were cooler at 62 degrees was their high. We're going to look at, of course, they don't have a graphic for the highs in New Jersey as far as around Toms River goes, but we will have to pull that up over here and take a look at that. Right now it's 61, but I bet they hit 80 there. Let's see. 79, just pretty much touched 80 there at Miller Air Park there, west of Toms River. And we'll go ahead and look at McGuire. I want to look at McGuire. That's still Air Park. Still 61. It's ridiculous how warm it is out there. So McGuire is 64. See, it's humid too. The dew point is 58. Definitely feeling like summer today. 78 was the high there. So it was a little hot. And let me tell you, the observations on Long Island don't account for the way it was here in Central Nassau. It was every bit, maybe mid in the upper 70s. We're going to look at some of the neighborhood observation stations. Farmingdale 63. They wound up getting up to 75. And I think we might have been a little warmer than that in Mineola. I want to check the weather station in Mineola as well. 54 at the Gabreski Airport. Of course, nice and cool over there. This represents the South Shore. 68. Yeah, if you're on the South Shore today, it's bad enough how great they got it on the South Shore. It's also cooler for them, too. They only got into the upper 60s to around 70, so 68 out there. Let's go look at our map here of the current conditions. So you see, still holding on to the warmth here. We are still holding on to the warmth. Still in the mid 60s here, except if you're right on the South Shore, you're probably in the 50s. And Jersey's holding on to the heat. We're all holding on to the heat. We got the cloud cover. It's humid out. Put the dew points in here and show you. Dew points are in the 50s. So a little taste of summer tonight. Let's see what this observation station hit. This is Muttontown. So let's take a look at the 3-day observation. They do have an official site in Muttontown now. So let's see what Muttontown hit. Let's see if they have the highs here. They don't have the... Oh, there. Oh, I see. Here it is. So they probably, yeah, they got up there. 77. So yeah, I think we were more in the upper 70s. Let's go look at the neighborhood stations here. Since you can see how warm it is across, it's just so warm out, even still at this hour of night. Yes, I had the air conditioner on. I was out in it, and I was sweating. Trust me, it was hot. I got a headache from it. I don't do well in the heat. I know this would be a cool day for summer, but it's well above the norm. We're about 10 degrees above normal today, probably over 10 degrees above normal for the day. So 67 in Carl Place. Let's see, there's a station in Mineola. 60. Let's see what the high was here. It's probably not going to show the high. No, it doesn't show the high. I've got to go to maybe the graph will take us to the high. So it looks like, it looks like it got close to 80 or over 80 at that station there, 81. Of course, these stations tendency to run a little, I don't think it was quite that hot here. Some of these home stations have a tendency to register a little high. We can look at the Carl Place one and see what their high was. We'll go ahead. 67 still. Jeez. So it got, yeah, this is a little more realistic. 78, 77. So, yeah, it got every bit into the upper 70s in the middle of Nassau County where we are. Let's go look at the South Shore now. Let's go and we'll look a little more further close to the south. We'll try this area of Belmore here and see what they got up to. So, yeah, much cooler there. So they got 75. course, always cooler on the South Shore, and they cooled off too, a little bit too. So let's see, they cooled off. Yeah, they got a more of a sea breeze. Oh yeah, they got a nice sea breeze. Look at that. They dropped into the 60s around 7 p.m. We never got that up here. Let's go further, closer to the South Shore here. Let's go to some of these stations that are closer in South Belmore here. Let's do this South Belmore station here and see what they hit. Yep. 71, 72, and that was it. And then they got that nice sea breeze. We never got it here. You know, bad enough that when I was out, I saw a lot of. I gotta admit, I was upset before I did this video. I don't know if you could tell because it was very depressing out there. There were a lot of vagrants hanging around in Mineola by the station, as well as Hicksville. Jeff was there, and meanwhile, I'm sure if I should have gone to the South Shore today. I didn't. Should have gone. It would have been a lot more comfortable there. And of course, let's take a look at Jones Beach. They probably never even hit 70, so let's see what they have. Let's see what they got up to. Oh man, lucky them. They didn't even hit 60. They were only in the upper 50s. So if you're right along the water, man, just go from one extreme to the other. It was well below normal. Now we were way above normal. So let's now go into hell right now, otherwise known as Tom's River, which is, of course, where it's probably really hot. So let's take a look and see what it got up to there. I'm sure they got into the 80s. So let's take a look at this station, the graph here. Yep, they hit the low 80s. Brutal. Just brutal. Just a brutal day across the area today. It was really, really hot. Let's look at the dew points as well. So show you it's humid out too. Dew points are in the mid 50s, so it's not like yesterday when it was warm and the dew points were low. Dew points are a little high, so you can definitely feel the humidity when it starts reaching these levels a little bit. Of course, if this was summer, I'd say if this was late June, oh yeah, sure, this would be today would be normal for like mid-June, late June, but today was well above what it was supposed to be. So let's go look at the models now, and we'll look at the CONUS view here. I'm not going to show I think I did that in the weather update this morning. So you see, I have this low that's going to be going by to our. In fact, let me give this an Eastern U.S. view. Here we go. So this is the GFS. Just trying to hold it together for this video. It's kind of a depressing day. Yes, I went out, but it was very depressing being out. Everything was just dead, and I'm not going to make a video ranting about it because I've done enough of that already. So you can see we got this rain that's going to go by to our south. Looks like we miss out on it for the most part. Looks like it's going to be more of New Jersey's problem on the GFS there. And then we have some sunshine for the I think there's going to be a lot of clouds because you see we're going to have that instability roll. I think Tuesday we'll have more sunshine. But we have another system. But the good news is everything gets suppressed to the south. The next chance of rain would be Wednesday night to Thursday, perhaps. Again, there might be a little instability there in the atmosphere that might trigger a scattered shower. And then Friday, it starts getting colder. You can see it starts getting colder. Again, we have that low. You can see the isobars. So you see that northwest flow coming down and bringing down the cool air. Or it's going to actually be kind of chilly again. So it'll get chilly again. It's back and forth with the weather. But this is generally, today was an anomaly in the pattern because generally we're going to be below normal with that northwest flow for the most part. So as we go into Friday, you can see below normal. And then Saturday, we have this deep trough coming down to the east. So it's going to be a lot of cool air. And we'll visualize that when we look at, I guess I will have to look at the upper air because it's kind of important. So we go into next week. No signs of any change in the pattern still. Still cooler than normal for the most part, keeping us in the trough. So, again, sorry if you hear I was a little upset. I'm trying to just get through this weather update because, it's just some people, they don't understand what we're going through. This is a weather update, so I don't want to rant about it. I really don't. It just comes out because we got to worry about vagrants all over the place. I mean, today was bad, and this is a taste of what it's going to be like when it gets warmer. Meanwhile, the South Shore, I should have gone to the South Shore today. I should have. But then they would have rubbed it in their faces how great they've got it compared to everybody else, of course. So here we go. There's that little trough rolling through on Monday. You can see the troughs coming through. Fortunately, the track is suppressed, but we have that deep trough for Friday, and this is going to bring the really cold air in for the weekend. You can see there's no change overall in the pattern, maybe a little ridging toward the end, but that's always toward the end. So let's see how this equates to the temperatures. Well, let me go back to the CONUS view here because we're going to look at anomalies. We'll look at temperature anomalies here on this GFS here, and this is the 18Z GFS, by the way. So see, we're well above normal today, but by Monday we start getting close to average, and then we're below normal for Tuesday. Wednesday, some much below normal air. Some really cool air comes in. Thursday, Friday, look at that, well below normal. It's going to be cool, very cool. Look at all the cool air in the east. So like I said, for those that like the heat, I hope you enjoyed today, but it will be turning colder once again. So let's go and look at that cold air coming into the picture. We'll go to look at our temperature forecast from the GFS. So, and this underdid the heat. It was well into the 80s and underdid it. So, but tomorrow we're going to be back closer to average temperatures, around the low 60s. A little heat hanging on in southern New Jersey, of course. And then Tuesday we'll drop even more. Now we're around 60, upper 50s. And for Wednesday we are in the mid 50s, dropping even more. And for Thursday we start warming up a little bit ahead of the next front. So we're in the low 60s, and then look at Friday. We're struggling to reach the low 50s. For Saturday, same deal, struggling to reach the low to mid 50s, and then we start warming up again on Sunday. But you can see generally below normal patterns continuing here, and 50s again in the next week. So it will be turning cooler, and then maybe toward the end of the period you see that heat start to build again. So let's go look at we went from well below normal to way above normal. Temperature swings are crazy, right? So let's go and look at it. Obviously, humidity is not going to be a problem. We're going to have dry air, so we'll show you the dew point. Get rid of this humidity. It's gone tomorrow. Dew points drop into the upper 30s, low 40s, and they stay low. Nice dry air Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look at that. And it could be a little windy on Friday with that trough around. And then Saturday, we're still dealing with that trough. So the good news is it will. For those that didn't like it this warm today, I mean, yesterday was decent. Today was a little hot for me. There will be improvement. So let's go look at the clouds now. And this is the GFS. So here we go, looking at Monday, tomorrow. You'll see there are going to be some clouds around. I think it won't be completely sunny, but I think there'll be more sun than clouds. Yeah, Tuesday we're going to have to watch these high clouds and see how far they actually get in, how much they'll filter the sunshine. For Wednesday, more clouds with that system there. And then Thursday it looks like clearing out, maybe, especially over New Jersey. And for Friday, again, we may have some instability cloudiness just because it's such a cold air mass. Saturday, maybe the same deal with such a cold air mass in place. May have some instability, some sun, some instability cloudiness kind of deal with this because you have very cold air, but the sun is strong, so it's causing the air to be very unstable, meaning it's warmer near the surface and a much bigger temperature drop off aloft, so that's what can cause that instability cloudiness. We'll go ahead and look at the NAM now. NAM 3 kilometer. No, I don't. Well, we do have enough of the 0Z, and I guess we can use some of the 0Z for tomorrow. So here's tomorrow. See, clouds clear out. We get a little break, but then it starts developing a lot of clouds around noon. And these could be the pop-up variety kind of clouds. And then as far as Tuesday goes, you see that cirrus trying to get in. That's all I've got on the 0Z NAM run. However, I can run this a little more if I go to the 18Z, and the 18Z seems to keep most of that cirrus away. So hopefully we can keep that cirrus away. But again, this is an older run. The other run looks a little different. We'll have to see as we get into tomorrow. But I think Tuesday will feature more sun, even though there'll be high clouds. You won't have all those lower cumulus clouds around. We'll look at the RGEM model as well for tomorrow. So you will see here, and yes, I do have to look at the rainfall. I do have to look at that too. So we'll look at that too. I don't think there'll be too big of a risk for us. You see that break there in the morning hours, then it clouds up quick around noon. We'll have to see. We might get a decent enough break to have some sunshine, but we're going to have to watch this cirrus on Tuesday and see what happens with it. But I don't think it will wind up being that thick. The indications are that it won't be. Let's go and now shift over to the NAM 12 kilometers so we can look at that next chance of rain that we have. So here we go. It goes by to the south pretty much, and that's what I'm thinking it's going to be to the south. It's going to affect mainly the southern half of New Jersey. Probably won't be that much rain, maybe a quarter of an inch. Stays just to the south. Maybe it's going to brush Long Island. Then we're dry tomorrow, and then our next, everything stays to the south on Tuesday. So that's the way it looks on the NAM. I can look at the HRRR and can also look at the GFS as well. So here's the HRRR, and the HRRR seems to be, again, showing up that instability. There could be a couple of sprinkles. None of this is going to reach the ground, I don't think. Some of these over Jersey, though, could be maybe some thunderstorms. You never know. You know the way it is with Tom's River. This place just generates a lot of heat and adds a lot of heat and energy into the atmosphere, and it would not surprise me if maybe they do get a stray shower over there, perhaps. That's the HRRR as far as the shower. I can use another model, HDRPS, see if that shows up any activity. It does not. And here is again that that's kind of robust, maybe a little too robust on that. Has some showers and thunderstorms over Jersey. I don't see. Let me look at the ICON model and see if that shows up on there. No, doesn't look like showers. Let me look at that on the HRRR. See if there actually could be a thunderstorm over there. It's possible. You know what? I won't rule that. The HRRR does have more of the rain getting over us. So again, there is a likelihood that we'll see the rain, but the good news is it's going to happen overnight while we're all inside sleeping, or at least trying to sleep. Wouldn't surprise me if there could be a thunderstorm over New Jersey, especially. But then that moves out, and then we'll have to worry about that instability in the afternoon hours, possibly causing a sprinkle or shower. I don't see it. I don't think it would reach the ground given the low dew points. I have my doubts. So let's go shift over to windy.com, and we'll use this model here. It's based on the Euro for the wind tomorrow and the clouds. So we'll start off with the wind here. We have fairly light winds, but I think the winds are going to pick up tomorrow when that cold front, also the instability. So it's going to get a little breezy. Winds gusting probably 20 to 30 miles an hour. We won't need a wind advisor or anything like that, but you're just going to feel the wind out there. It's going to be breezy when you have to be outside with that front that has come through and the cooler air rushing in behind it. You got to remember there's going to be a low that's going to be off to our east. It's going to cause a pressure gradient. We'll have a little less of that wind tomorrow. It'll be more. I meant Tuesday. We'll have a little less of that wind, but it'll still be a decent breeze out there. Going into Wednesday. Wednesday we have more of an easterly flow, and that's not good. That could indicate more clouds and chances of shower. I mean, east wind is usually a wet wind, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Sometimes it can bring in some moisture. Here's Thursday. There's that storm. And again, we have that northwest wind for Thursday. Friday, winds go back to the southwest a little bit. I'm not going to go any more than that on the winds. So let's go look at the clouds. So yeah, this has plenty of clouds around. We may start off with some sun, but then I think the instability wins out by noon, and we'll have a deck of cumulus or stratocumulus around, although I'm hoping it should stay dry. Let's move this into Tuesday and see if it keeps that cirrus away. So this is based on the year. It keeps most of it away. So I think Tuesday will probably be a nicer day, I think. Here's Wednesday. So you have that system just going by to the south. The Euro has it a little more closer to us and having some of the rain affecting us on Wednesday, believe it or not. So there's some disagreement in the models here. regarding that system might be a little larger and might be a little closer to us. Instead of skirting by to the south, we may get brushed. And then Thursday, we would try to get out of it. Um, there's a little bit of a disagreement in the models, which always makes things interesting. I'll just go ahead and look at the temperatures for this for tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon, you'll see it'll be in the low 60s. It'll be a lot cooler than today. And then it'll be even cooler on Tuesday, mid 50s. According to this, maybe we'll get up to closer to probably upper 50s, I'm thinking. And then Wednesday, we see that cooler east flow. And again, this is that storm. It could bring in a chance of showers on Wednesday. So the Wednesday is probably the most likely day for wet weather, possibly this week. Whether we'll actually see it or not remains to be seen for us. So you can see it stays cool pretty much. So I think that's going to wrap up this weather update. I'm not sure if I showed you the satellite, but I'll end it up with the satellite. You can see the clouds coming in. And we'll also look at the radar as well, that because there was some showers over here. Let me find that. Yeah, we'll use the wider view here. You can see this. Go to a loop of this image. So you can see here the showers over here that are off to the south part of this mid-Atlantic wave here. But I think the most of this is going to go by to the south, but we could get brushed. So tonight, late overnight into the early morning, there could be a chance of a shower. But anyway, I think that wraps up this weather update. Rather interesting day, a little summer-like for sure. But I'm glad it's getting cooler again. And now we go back below normal again. Either below normal or above normal. It'd be nice if we're just normal, but that's too much to ask for. At least we're not getting a ton of rainy days, and I am happy with that. I'll take it. Take care, everybody, and thank you for watching.